Don't you think?
Do you know what we are?
Happy.
We're just chatting.
And then suddenly they hear the Brits sort of swearing, and they're all kind of like, "Did you just say the F word on live TV?"
Don't cut that out.
Yeah.
Philip and Tamsin!
Hi.
Hi. It's
Nice
so
to
wonderful
meet
to
you.
meet you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Please
having
have
me.
a seat.
Tammy.
Should I
Yeah.
sit on there?
You go.
Yeah.
You
We'll have
go.
you as close to Rose if you on the edge of the couch.
There.
Oh, wash your head. I'm so
Thing,
sorry.
when you said
okay?
wash your head,
Yeah.
that's what you meant.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Am I all right sitting here?
Yeah,
Should we
absolutely.
sit back? What should we do?
Whatever makes you comfortable, because we are
jump.
hanging out.
Hang out.
This
Oh,
is
cool.
Yeah, this is really what it's
It's a bit
meant
like
to
hanging
be.
out like that. It's a
Exactly.
bit like American This Morning, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Don't you think?
Do you know what we are?
Happy. Shh, my jumper's
your
big.
jumper is
I'll put it over
jumper.
there.
Jumper.
There we are.
Sweater.
Jumper.
Jumper.
Sweater, jumper,
Jumper, sweater.
pullover.
Top.
Top.
Yeah.
This is funny too, because I was doing some research about you, and you said that, or it said, I don't know how true this is, you know, the intertubes. You do comedy and you do drama, but you have a little trouble or challenges with comedy because of corpsing.
Corpsing. Is that a word that you use?
No, I'm like,
No.
I didn't want to look it up because I wanted you to
Where's it
explain
from,
it to me.
corpsing?
I don't know where the. Are we going?
Yeah,
just going.
we're hanging out.
We're hanging out, Tams,
don't
we're
know.
hanging out.
Here we are. We're just chatting. I don't know where the word corpsing comes from, but it means it's like you're laughing so much that you're going to die.
Ah, that's where it. Well, that's the corpse thing,
So
obviously.
you've died. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the end of your good work.
Yeah.
Is that true, or is that somebody like typed
died
that
on
in for you
stage.
on the
I
intertubes?
don't know. I don't know what it means, but I do. There. I sometimes look at what people are doing opposite me,
Yeah.
and I get a weird dislocation. Like, do you know that you're pretending to be somebody else?
Yeah.
And I'm pretending to be somebody else, and we're doing it quite close to one another, and that's quite silly.
But I also think the older I've got, the more one does this job, the more absurd it becomes. Do you remember when we were filming? We were filming a big dinner scene in the house in Reading.
Yeah.
For Belgravia.
For Belgravia, and it was an all-dayer.
Yeah.
You know,
That
and
was
it-
very, very dark.
it's very dark,
Yeah.
and we were eating mutton. I think was it mutton? Was it rabbit
And celery.
and celery?
Lots of celery.
Yeah, and we actually had food caterers to prepare the food,
Oh, wow.
which is what we were. So it was like mutton, which is kind of old lamb, basically. If anybody
Old
doesn't-
lamb.
It's mature
Okay.
lamb, so
You
it's a
know,
bit
like
more
sheep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit more gamey. Do you know what I mean? In
Yes.
taste, it's a bit sort of. But I remember literally at 9:30 in the morning, and we're sitting there, and at just one point I just said, "What the are we doing?"
No, I want you to
Here.
curse. I want you to curse. What was that fun curse word? Do
I
it.
said, "What the are we doing?" I mean, here
You
we
said
are
it. You shouldn't have said it.
in our
You just gave
50s,
them what they
pretending to be
wanted.
somebody
No,
else.
like, here's the thing. There's a big
This is
joke
no
here.
way to make a
so
living.
I am the kids and music editor, and I hardly curse at all. But for some reason, when I'm on set, I like a good mother. Like, and I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, and it's only on set.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
the little imp that goes, don't swear, don't swear. I've sworn.
But it's interesting because when the Americans come over to do our chat shows like Graham Norton or some of the, the sort of later
Yeah, I love Graham
pre-watershed
Norton.
ones, and then suddenly they hear the Brits sort of swearing, and they're all kind of like, "Did you just say the F word on live TV?"
Well, look, there's two things about that. One, they're in an adult situation, so if they don't like my language, then don't show up.
Yeah, but then also what they do is they do a very naughty thing. When I've been on the show for a couple of times, and everyone's swearing, so you go, oh, okay, well, I can swear too, so I'll swear. And then the editor gets to it, and they snip out everybody else's swear words, except mine. So then I look like the potty mouth.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they've done that. They've done that in the past.
Wow.
So you have to be
Ooh,
careful.
Careful.
Yeah.
That editing. We're gonna do you right though here.
So
I
you have
promise.
to first.
Okay.
Don't cut that out.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just when I'm here. I mean, and also, plus, I'm fangirling right now because for the past couple of days, I've been watching the both of you with the screeners, and I absolutely am in love with this series.
With Belgravia?
Belgravia, absolutely.
But
I
would you
love
say
it.
that to everybody?
No, I wouldn't. I'm 100% true. Listen, I love period pieces, okay? I love period pieces. Sense and Sensibility is my go-to. I loved Downton Abbey. I feel like like, I love this more.
Wow.
And I was telling Ella.
No
and
pressure.
Alice-
No pressure.
I was telling Ella and Alice that your social situations, even your dress and how you dress in the costumes, the one word that comes to my brain when I'm watching it is restraint. Right? Restraint. Because in my brain, when I'm watching it, I'm like, I want you to tell her why you want to be included in that meeting with Mr. Pope. And I was like, and there's a scene with you, Philip, in the bed, and you're like, oh, just go to your room. I'm like, no, I want you to go. Have a go. Right? Is that how you say it? Have a go.
Have a go at him. Have a go at him.
Have a go at him.
But what's beautiful about, thank you for your enthusiasm, by the way. That's very lovely.
It's
for you to be kind of fired up by. It's really lovely. But what's really beautiful about that is that mostly men and women in their marriages who got to that age, the normalcy was to sleep in separate rooms.
Oh.
And this is her bedroom, and he comes and sleeps in her bed.
Oh, well, that's
and there's something, that beautifully unspoken about that act of intimacy that she says, come sleep in my bed, and he wants to come and sleep in her bed. So when she says to him, you go back to your room, what she's saying is, you have no access now.
Oh.
But also,
So it's much deeper
That's
than it
a
looks.
big
Think-
weight on that.
Thinking
yeah.
about it though, every time you invite me to sleep in your room, bloody dog's there.
The dog is there.
Oh, right, that dog.
Do you know what I mean?
dog
Which
is
is a
in the
bit.
bed.
I know, which is a bit sort of disconcerting, a bit off-putting,
Yeah.
really, isn't it?
And
Never
when you
worked
do
with
say-
kids and
you do say,
animals.
get that thing off the bed, and she just goes and
Yes.
spoons it.
I know.
Yes, I
Spoons
do.
the
And-
dog.
I loved that decision.
Yes, that's right.
Those tiny decisions that you
Yeah.
make to
He says,
bring-
"Don't feed the dog. It'll
Yeah.
only that's why it begs." And so she goes,
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Just to piss him off.
"These tiny little
Yeah, and,
wins."
and it's still the same. Nothing's changed in this day. I'm sure you know.
But here I feel it's drawn out so beautifully.
Mm.
And it also, because of the restraint, wants me wanting more. I want to see that next episode. I want to go there. I want to see it more.
How does this work out? How does
Yeah.
it
Yes.
turn out?
How does it turn out? And do you get to have that release? And I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, what's really interesting is that the fight that they have happens in bed. And we were blocking it out in the bed, and I was sitting up and I was lying down. I was sitting up and I was lying down, and I kept saying to the doctor, "Is this a bit too much? Is it a bit too much?" Kind of like flamboyant.
The thing is, every time you were doing that and that, I'm just sort of bouncing on the bed with your
The
movement.
bed goes like this, but
With
then
my
I
double chin
realised
down. And that bloody dog in between us. So in the end, I do get out of bed and go, right, that's it.
that's
I'm
it.
waltzed off in a huff.
But the difference is that she doesn't have her corset on.
Yes.
So she can move. So this is the time when she can go, you know what? I'm going to tell you how I feel about this because I can now. Because the rest of the time, it's not so much restraint, but constraint.
Oh, that's a better one.
It's like the women are controlled. And they had no choice. She was Mrs. James Trenchard. She didn't have a name.
Right.
She had a name before she got married. But after that, then, the women are not allowed to have own property. They're not allowed to have a mortgage. Everything that she brings with her is now owned by the husband. So where does the equality exist then?
Or get the coat, shall I?
No.
Yeah.
But there's a beautiful line in there. He says, Tom Wilkinson says in it, he says, it's not fair, but this is the system we were born into.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? It's not fair. So how are you going to live in the injustice and still be true to yourself and your marriage?
Both of you are so brilliant. I love this.
Good. It's good. It's a good
Great.
story, isn't it?
I think it's very ahead of its time in many respects with with the way Julian's written it, particularly with the women. I
Right.
think Anne is obviously the absolute centre, the core of the whole story, and I think she's such a complex, brilliantly drawn out character, which you actually just take off the page and just run with it. It's
The both
fabulous.
of you have such amazing chemistry too. I wish we had more time. They're telling me to wrap up, and I want to hang out.
Tell them no.
Just say
Just
no.
swear at them.
Just go yourselves, okay? here. Really?
No, I want more time with them. I'm fangirling with Philip and Tansen. Don't take this away from me. Thank you for hanging out.
Thanks for having us. It's been
I'm
great.
so excited. I can't tell you enough. I'm so excited, and I'm so
Great.
excited to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, look, hugs. Group hugs.
Yes, group hug. Group hug. Group hug.
Group hug.
Oh, yay!
Crazy. You Americans are so crazy.
Seems that I'm in possession of a secret. Do we have a right to hide from her that she has a grandson?
You've hidden it for more than a quarter of a century.
What is the secret you're not telling me? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Are you all right?
You remind me of someone I used to know.
We're good to go. Let's roll on A and B.
Peanut butter is the longest relationship I've ever had.
Have you seen this man?
And Jake's got his shirt off a lot.
We're done.
Let's listen to Joker. And scene.